Whoa. Guys, since the Arctic blast, I have not been able to keep my Kubota side-by-side running. I think I know what the problem is. Let's fix it. This is my Kubota RTV-X1140. It is a diesel side-by-side. Hydraulic dump bed, converts from a 2-seater to a 4-seater. Very, very utilitarian around the farm. But guys, it won't run. I can't let it won't run for more than 10 or 15 seconds, and I think I know what the problem is. It is either the air filter, which we're gonna change that out today, or more likely, the fuel filter. So let's do this. First off is the air filter. Let's open up the hood and see where we got that. The air filter is right there in that canister. Again, 2-stage air filter. And again, most likely not it, but let me show you what it is. Over here on the passenger side of the vehicle, just below the fuel tank is where the fuel filter assembly is. And if we look under here in that little cubby hole right there, behind all that mud is a fuel filter canister. We've got to get all that mud out of there first. So we're going to get all that mud out from around that fuel filter canister. Probably going to go ahead and clean around the engine compartment. Heck, you know what? We'll go ahead and just wash the whole thing off. Actually make it look like I take care of my equipment here on the Ridge. You know what I'm saying? Now that we've got it fairly clean and most of the mud is on me now, splashing back, let's move the Kubota over to a dry area and see if we can get these filters changed, and hopefully this takes care of my stalling problem. Let's go ahead and start it, see if this took care of the problem. I don't think it did though. Alrighty, let's see what this does. Hey, it started. Let's see if it stays running. Let me give it gas, see if it dies out. Nope, that wasn't it. we can see the fuel filter is completely full of fuel. Now when we start it, we'll see what happens. Go ahead and start it. And then it dies. So you can see it's drawing air. It's not filling the filter up as quick as the engine is demanding fuel. So we got to find out what our restriction is. Of course, wouldn't you know it, I'd have about a half a tank of fuel in here. So see if I can siphon it out without swallowing too much of this fuel. This is gonna be fun. Woo, we got it coming out. So I can get as much as I can out of this sucker. So there's a fuel sensor, says it's empty, and there's the hole. We still got a little bit of fuel in there. We'll have to drain that out at the fuel filter. All right, I got it off there, and it is not coming out hardly at all, guys. Look at that. Just a slight drain, just barely coming out. We got something clogging our fuel tank line. It's just barely coming out. I'm gonna go ahead and put this compressed air hose on the end of that drain line, and we should blow whatever debris is blocking that out. And instead of a drip, we should get a flow out of there. There's the hose with just a little drain coming out. Put this line here, we go, gonna blow. Whoa, whoa, we'll see what happens. Whoa, look at that. Now that is a flow, guys. That's what it's supposed to do right there. Now that we got the line blown out, got the hose back on, let's put some fuel in it. And we'll see if we can keep this thing running. Let's go ahead and run it one more time and see if this bowl stays full. Go ahead and start it. All right, that looks great. Stayed full the entire time. I think we're ready. Air filter didn't do it. Fuel filter, well, we still had air getting down that bowl in the filter, didn't we? So clearing out that line, did it work? Ooh, let's find out. 1, 2, 3, ignition. Woo, it started right up. Woo, let's go for a ride. Alrighty, now that we got the Kubota going, let's go break down our pop-up line for our deer season 2023. Well, she's still here, luckily. You know, when we came out during that snowstorm, she had collapsed with all the weight of the snow, but looks like it made it through the season just fine. Actually, we did really good out of this blind this year. I got that big 8-point, and Jen got her first ever deer. She got a white-tailed doe, and I'm so happy she got to do it here on the ridge. If you haven't seen that video, make sure you go back and watch that. It was a really interesting video. So let's go ahead and break this thing down, get it stored up for next year. See what kind of treats animals have left for us in here. Let's see, we got water bottles we left over. No pee bottle in here. Again, didn't have to do a pee bottle. It's always curious about, whoa, look what the squirrels got up under here and left a little mess. Just gotta make sure they don't eat through things. Yeah, let's get all that. All right, I love this chair right here too. This thing was super nice. Let's go ahead and get all this out of here. And looks like everything's still in pretty good condition. Now I gotta pull the top down, see if I remember how to collapse this thing. Oh, right on my head. Boom. Boy, this thing's pretty easy now. Wish they could all be this easy. Woohoo! Just like that. We are all ready for next year. Well, I am glad we got that done. This Kubota is hugely needed out here on the ridge. I use it for pretty much feeding the animals, checking on the things in the woods, moving things around, going to and from the tractor. Gotta have a side-by-side, especially utility side-by-side like this. So it wasn't the air filter, wasn't the fuel filter, really thought it was the fuel filter. Ended up being a clogged drain line from the fuel tank to the fuel filter itself. You saw, push that air back through there, the fuel started coming out, and we got the work done. Closed out deer season 2023. Only got 2 deer this year, but we're very, very happy with the deer we got. Looking forward to 2024. Now it's going to be a big different deer season next year because building the barn and barn dominium is going to be pushing our deer hunting areas back on the 30 acres. Kind of where our pop-up blind was, but I'll move some of the big tree stands out there. I do have one more video coming out for you related to deer hunting, guys, and you're not going to want to miss it. I've got the trail cameras from December and January. Oh my goodness, guys, the big bucks that made it through the season. We'll see what's out there. We've also got a final hunt that Jen and I went on when those 2 doe got within 15 feet of the pop-up blind and walked around us. We could pretty much almost pet them. You definitely going to want to watch those videos, so stick around. Guys, if you're not subscribed to RidgeLife, what are you waiting for? It's 100% free. Hit that notification bell to be notified anytime a new video comes out on RidgeLife. Go check out RidgeLife Ramblings, where we do a lot of talking about things here on the ridge. RidgeLife's reviews and how-tos, the technical of working on these things and doing stuff around the ridge. So guys, until next time, I hope everyone has a blessed day, and go RidgeLife. That's seated in there. Again, you can buy new O-rings if you lose them from Kubota, but just like that. Make sure you clean it off really good if you do drop it like I just did. I'm gonna leave all the bloopers in here, guys. Okay, nice and lubricated there. Get that back on. Now let's get it installed.